Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for another week of the prediction game. As you will have seen, I'm facing Matty Lawless and also his cousin and West Ham Fan TV presenter Dan Lawless. So we got double Lawless. Yeah, I'm hoping that I actually managed to beat at least one of them. But I didn't win last week. I don't know if anyone saw the results. If you didn't see the results, here they are. Yeah, James Longman absolutely smashed it. Now top of the league, overtaken Baz, who has been there since week one, with 17 points. I'm not sure if anyone's going to beat that. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, if anyone is, I hope it's going to be me, but can't see it. Yeah, so here I go. I'm facing not only Matty, but also Dan. And yeah, let's hope I win. Right, first game of the weekend, the early kickoff, and it's Leicester Stoke. Nearly forgot who was playing. That's not a good start, is it, for the first game? Yeah, Stoke are looking likely to go down, and away from home, I can only see a home win. So I'm thinking it's going to be 2-1 Leicester.
Hello, I'm Matty Lawless, the sports editor for Mirror Online. I'm joined by West Ham Fan TV's Dan Lawless, my cousin. We're both huge West Ham fans, season ticket holders together in Block 131. Come have a beer with us one day.
Yeah.
Especially if you're buying.
Yeah, if you're buying, especially at them prices.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, look, without further ado, I've been asked by Katie to provide some predictions for this weekend. Apparently, she's a bit of a formidable opponent, so I needed some help from the family. Dan, let's start off then. The first kick-off, it's Leicester versus Stoke. Now, Leicester, 8th in the table, pretty much comfortable, 35 points. They should be safe. 5 more points to that magic total of 40 for them.
Yeah.
And I think that personally they're going to get 3 points against Stoke, who are 19th. And let's be honest, I think they're one of the teams who will go down.
Yeah, me too. I think they're definitely favourites to go down. Leicester are at home as well. Got the advantage there. I have to agree with you. Leicester all the way.
All right, so let's put our money where our mouth is. I'm going to go for Leicester 3, Stoke 0.
Leicester 3, Stoke 0. You're going 3-0.
3-0.
I'm going to go, I'd say 3-1, personally. I can see Stoke getting a goal in this.
Crouchy, header.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay.
Bournemouth Newcastle. Do you know, this is a really, really difficult one. In fact, lots of the games this week, and I probably say it every week, they're tough games to predict. I'm going with a draw. I'm thinking it's going to be 1-1.
Bournemouth Newcastle. Now, there's a lot of games this weekend that are quite close in the table, and the table could really change. West Ham are one of those teams, but we'll talk about them later. Bournemouth, 10th in the table, 31 points. They play Newcastle. Newcastle, great result against Manchester United. I thought John Joe Shelby looked superb in that game, by the way.
Yeah.
And we were linked with him, of course. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
But
we know why.
For this game, I'm going to go for a Bournemouth 2-1 victory.
So this is a hard game. So there's a few of these hard games to predict. So close ones like this. Teams that are so inconsistent. I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay.
Brighton versus Swansea. Swansea have just seemed to be a different side the last few weeks. Got some brilliant results. And yeah, I kind of fancy them now. Each week you kind of can't help but think actually they stand a chance. Obviously it's sort of kick-started with that brilliant result against Liverpool. So I'm actually going for an away one. I'm really losing the plot today. An away win would be more like it. Brighton 1, Swansea 2.
Brighton-Swansea. Now, Swansea, look, if you'd have asked me at Christmas time, I would have said they're packing their bags to the Championship. But under Carlos Carvalhal, they have been superb of late, and they've shown a real lot of character and spirit. They're in the quarter-final draw. I mean, they just need to beat Sheffield Wednesday in the replay, and they're through to the last 8 of the FA Cup. So it could turn out to what looked like a disastrous season. Could be an incredible season for Swansea. But they play Brighton away. Now, Brighton, we saw Brighton are not a bad side at home. They are in the quarterfinals, by the
They
way.
smashed us.
So for me, I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
I'd go with that. I'd agree with that.
Burnley, Southampton. Burnley had such a good start to the season. Did better than probably most people would have thought. But they have fallen away of late. Having said that, Southampton not playing too well, a real possibility of them being relegated. So it's a tough one. So I think I'm going to go with another draw, 1-1.
Burnley, great season, 36 points,
Yeah.
7th in the table.
They haven't won in quite a while, have they?
Yeah, they've not been in the best form, but they play Southampton, who are really struggling.
Yeah.
I mean, really struggling, and that's a surprise for
They
me.
beat West Brom in the Cup, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was their last win, which I think I saw a lot of fans.
I think the Dog and Duck would have beat West Brom that day.
Yeah.
I mean, they was all still hungover, weren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, allegedly.
I think a lot of Southampton fans didn't want to go through in that FA Cup because they are terrified about relegation. I mean, will it play a factor?
Well, this is the real... I'd say it's a massive game for Southampton, and I can see them nicking a winner. I think it could be a 2-1 Southampton.
2-1 Southampton. I'd say 1-0 Burnley. I think they're at home. I just think they're going to be
Yeah.
two.
Listen, I'm always wrong. I'm rubbish at these predictions. You'll probably smash me this week. But anyway.
West Brom versus Huddersfield. West Brom, do you know what? They are out and out favourites, I reckon, to go down. Had an absolutely terrible season. But I did that prediction thing the other week. I can't remember what it was on. Predict the last few games for the bottom half of the table. And I have no idea how, but for some reason I managed to get West Brom staying up. I never published that because I thought, what the hell, what did I do? Having said that, I am going to go with them to win. I think they have to go all out. I mean, they've had a terrible few weeks, particularly with all what's gone on with the taxi incident. But I think their players have to come out and show they care, and actually they owe their fans something. So even though they've got all that pressure, I am predicting them to win. Huddersfield are a funny side as well, so I'm thinking it's going to be 2-1 West Brom.
West Brom. Oh my God, it could be taxi for Pardew. 2 games I've been told he's got to save his West Brom career. It's not been good for him. And
What's the point though at this stage? What's the point in sacking him?
yeah, I mean, I think West Brom have got 20 points, all right? So there is... I can understand it doesn't take too long to change things around. There's 11 games left to play this season, so there's still points to be had. But this is a huge 6-pointer. They're playing Huddersfield this weekend, and Huddersfield, I don't know, they're a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde side, aren't they? They sort of 1 week they turn up, the next week they get smashed by West Ham.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, West Brom have got to get something from this game, Dan. I think the chips are down and.
I mean, Sturridge got injured. How unlucky is that?
Yeah.
He's taking a bit of that West Ham luck with him to West Brom, isn't he? Like, first 2 minutes into his first game, he gets injured, so he's out. They've had the taxi situation, stealing the taxi. Allegedly, with, some of their top players, and that's going to have a factor. You know, they're on the floor right now.
Yeah, look, it's now or never for West Brom for me. I think they've got to win, and this is a game where we'll really see the character of their players. They've got some big players in that side, so I'm actually going to go for a home win on this one. I think it's going to be close, and I'm going for 2-1 West Brom.
I can see that. It'd be one of them shock victories. As much as they're close, it just with everything that's happening, you'd be one of them like where they just will go and win it for no reason.
Yeah.
Watford, Everton. 2 funny sides, to be honest. Both get some unpredictable results. Both sort of a bit up and down. So for that reason, I'm thinking it's going to be a draw, but I'm going to go with 2-2.
Watford versus Everton, the Gerard Deulofeu derby.
Yeah.
I mean, what a performance he had against Chelsea. And then he came to West Ham, and I thought Watford, they had that spell where they're on top of us, but never really I didn't think we were in danger of losing that game.
I think we did keep them quiet.
Fantastic performance from West Ham that day. But anyway, Watford at home, not been a bad season for them either. I mean, they're in 11th place, quite close in terms of how the bottom table is looking. They play Everton. Big Sam, I think that Watford will nick this one. I think Watford will win 2-1.
I think Everton will win 2-1, but Delafay will get the.
You think he'll get the consolation?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
Crystal Palace versus Tottenham. I had actually thought Palace had been playing quite well ever since Hodgson joined them, to be honest. And I probably would have fancied them to get something from this game, but without Zaha, I can't see it. So I'm going with an away win. Just how many goals? I think it's going to be 3-0 Tottenham. And this is also the game that we're predicting the first goal scorer. And I'm not going with Kane. That's a predictable one. I am going with Eriksen.
Okay, that brings me on to... I'm still waiting to do the West Ham one. Just stay watching.
Stay tuned for that.
Sunday. Sunday's a super Sunday. Isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's a super Sunday.
3 great games, starting with Palace versus Tottenham. We're going to predict a first scorer in this game as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for James Tompkins to score first.
Really?
Yeah. And Tottenham to win 5-0. No, I'm going to go for Tonka. I think he's going to score. I think he's due a goal. He's probably not scored in about 6 years.
Yeah.
So I think Palace will put up a good fight here, but I do see it being one of those that Tottenham get something out of. So I think it will be 1-1.
Really? As much as I hate Spurs, I mean, with Zaha injured, massive blow for Palace.
Yeah.
I mean, he was everything for them.
Huge blow.
Benteke's he's been inconsistent. I think Spurs 4-1.
They couldn't beat Rochdale.
It's true, but then how seriously were they taking it? In Spurs in the Cup, I don't know. They're sort of, they just have a trouble with trophies, don't they? Like, I know this is us saying this as West Ham fans, but as they're supposed to be up there, I think
they haven't won a trophy in 10 years.
Yeah, so
this should be
the club they're supposed to do. The club they're supposed to be.
Well, that was funny because Harry Kane was at the Brit Awards, wasn't he, earlier this week? Presented a trophy, an award.
Yeah.
And the presenter, Jack Whitehall, an Arsenal fan, made a joke saying that's the only award that Tottenham will get their hands on this year.
Yeah, mugged him off completely. And Harry Kane just didn't say anything. Like, I'd have to address
him. Anyway, so I'm going for 1-1. Anyway, you say, what was it?
4-1.
4-1, wow. An absolute battering. All right, that would be a good result for West Ham. So I'm happy for that.
Yeah. As much as happy as you can be with the Spurs winning it, but it's more about what's more important is West Ham and our survival more than what Spurs do. So if they can help us out.
Man United, Chelsea. Chelsea played brilliantly midweek against Barcelona. I thought Barcelona would go out and destroy them, to be honest, but they were equal to them in every way. So. Having said that, they're away, Man United. Funny side, I think it's not going to be a particularly exciting game. I'm going with yet another draw, 1-1.
Man United versus Chelsea is the 2:00 kickoff, I believe. And for me, this one is about what happens on the touchline more than it happens on the pitch, because Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte absolutely despise each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Who doesn't? Mourinho despise, like, honestly. I mean, I like Mourinho personally.
Look, I was at Stamford Bridge earlier this week for the Barcelona game, and I thought Chelsea were brilliant. They matched Barcelona in terms of style, and Willian was fantastic. He had a couple of shots that hit the post, and then he scored. Eden Hazard was absolutely outstanding. I actually think Chelsea can get something out of this game, and Man United, for me, just not quite clicked yet, and I think Lukaku's still got questions over him, and Sanchez not quite happening just yet for him. So, and you've obviously got the Paul Pogba situation with Mourinho not playing him, and he could be one of those that surprises us all and leaves this summer. I hope he doesn't, because we want to see the best players in the Premier League. But I just think Chelsea, the way they played earlier this week against Barcelona, the best team in Europe, I think Chelsea can go there and nick a result. So I'm going for a 1-0 Chelsea.
I mean, to me, this has draw written all over it.
Yeah, it'd probably be a stinker, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it has. It'd be one of them, and it could be. I'd say 1-1. Maybe there's some goals in it, but Mourinho lately, Man United draws, isn't it? It's what it is.
Draws, clutching at draws.
Now going on to the cup. Was it? I nearly said Carling Cup. I'm clearly showing my age there. Do you know what? I think it'll be a really exciting game, and I think it's going to be really, really close. But I think it's going to go to extra time. Who's going to nick it? I'm going with Man City. I think it's going to be Arsenal 2, Man City 3.
The first trophy of the season is up for grabs at Wembley this Sunday. It's Arsenal versus Manchester City. Now, I always think this is one of the most important trophies to win because it's the first trophy you can win in the season, and just getting that momentum behind you. Now, we've seen that City's quadruple bid is done. Is buried.
Yeah.
Dead and buried. So
I'd like to have seen them achieve that. Would have been a nice achievement.
But the treble potentially still on. I think the league title is theirs without a doubt.
Yeah. No chance.
But Arsenal, with Arsene Wenger, have surprised and stunned people before. They did it in the FA Cup final last season, and I would not be surprised if Arsenal go out and win this. But the key for this game will be the goalkeepers, because both teams will rotate the keepers. David Ospina will be in goal for Arsenal, and City will play Claudio Bravo. So, on that alone, I'm going for Arsenal to win 2-1.
That's
in extra time, by the way.
Yeah, I can go there. They just pull it out, and as much as really, City should just be we can throw everything at it.
I mean, they could come out the blocks and win 4 or 5-0, but Aguero still, maybe he's still reeling from that altercation he had with the fan. I don't know.
Yeah, but, one of them. But I just see it's gonna be one of them ones that Arsenal have a jammy win, and they just pull it out. And I agree 2-1 Arsenal. I think.
Now on to the best game of the weekend. Obviously, it's Liverpool versus West Ham. Someone asked me what my prediction would be, what the prediction was for this a few weeks ago, and I predicted something like a 3-0 defeat because I couldn't see anything else. And I have absolutely no idea why, but I have this strange, slightly unnatural feeling of confidence. I fancy us getting something. Part of me was thinking maybe even nicking a 1-0 win because I think we're just going to go and defend the whole game. I think Moyes will have his game plan set out, and I think he'll do well. Having said all of that, I'm not going with a victory, but like I said, I fancy us to get something, so I'm going with a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1, and to be honest, if it is, I'll be really happy.
Well, look, that leaves just the big game of the weekend, and that is West Ham United, their trip to Anfield, a place that used to be a very unhappy hunting ground. But look, we've had a bit of decent success up there in the last couple of seasons. Yeah. I mean, last season we had a good draw. Year before that we won.
Yeah.
So it comes in threes.
We didn't just win, we won 3-3. Was it 3-0, 3-1?
Yeah, look, I'm a positive West Ham United fan, and I think now that Marco's back, and I think João Mario, what a player. I mean, he's perfect for us. Lanzini could be back for the weekend.
Yeah, that'd be massive to get.
Touch and go, but Antonio's back again. I feel like West Ham are getting back to the strongest side they can. And
Natovic is everything for us at the moment.
I've got a feeling we can go there and do something, Maybe this is me being the complete fool, which is, it's happened before. I'm going to go for West Ham to beat Liverpool.
That'd be massive.
1-0. That's a clean sheet as well.
Yeah, a clean sheet.
Against Salah, who's scoring for fun. Yeah. Firmino.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Salah. Salah.
And Mane. Oh my God.
Mane. Yeah. Wait, I said Salah. Mane. Yeah. It's the song. If you want to remember their players. That's how you remember their team.
No, we don't want to put people off as much as that. But look, thanks for joining us. I hope I'm right. I hope I get at least a few in the bag. I I can't remember what I predicted now, so I hope that these have been recorded properly.
But... Is that recorded? Oh, wait a minute, I'll say 0-0. I forgot,
of course,
I
sorry,
I'm going to say 0-0 because David Moyes has shown that he can shut up shop, he can frustrate these teams.
Exactly, that's why I'm going for the 1-0.
We've seen that. Yeah, so it just depends whether we... Actually, I don't know, you're right, because with their defence ain't that strong. So it depends if we can do it.
I can just see Marco bursting through, bit of skill and scoring past him. I think the keeper situation at Anfield has been a bit dodgy there, and that's the one weakness we can exploit. And I think with our strongest team, we can do that.
It just
at the back, we can. We know we've seen it. We can part of the bus.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of good results by doing that, so I'm quite confident, to be honest, mate. I mean, Liverpool have been in Marbella, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's been at the Brit Awards, so where have we been? I don't know. I think we've been at the training ground, I hope. So, apart from Andy Carroll, who's in Barbados.
Yeah, I think Mario was in Portugal. I think a few players had some time off, and then the injured ones stayed behind. But I think a minute of brilliance and then 89 of parking the bus would get the job done.
Tell you that.
Yeah.
Where are we going to watch it? Dan around us? Or?
Yeah, might have to do it. Get on the beers. I'm
not going to the game, unfortunately. But those who are travelling up to Anfield, have a safe journey, and let's hope that we get 3 points. Come on, you Irons. I don't know what that was. Anyway, thanks for watching, and be lucky.
I love this game.